Today, I'm bringing you the 2027 Honda Accord. Everyone knows the Accord as the fuel-efficient, value-holding, zero-attitude family sedan, the reliable good guy. But then these 2027 concept renders showed up, and suddenly, the Accord looks like a black and gold boss who just walked in to buy your company. Before you start roasting it though, let's make one thing clear. These are not official Honda production photos. They're digital concept renders circulating online. So today, we're not talking about pricing or confirmed specs. We're talking about one thing: the design and what Honda could potentially be cooking. First, look at that color scheme. A glossy black body combined with a gold roof, gold hood, and gold side mirrors. Black and gold on an Accord is like taking a guy who has worn the same basic clothes his entire life and suddenly putting him in a gold thread designer overcoat. You know where this color combination usually lives. Maybachs, Bentleys, Range Rovers, even some luxury brands don't dare use it casually. So when you put black and gold on an Accord, the message becomes pretty obvious. I don't want to be invisible anymore. Of course, this exact black and gold package probably won't make it into production, but the underlying message is impossible to miss. The Accord wants to move closer to the luxury crowd, and if the paint already feels completely un-Accord, wait until you see the front. Honda appears to have ripped off the old honest guy face and replaced it with the face of a European nightclub doorman. Split headlights, a tall vertical grille, and a massive lower air intake. The old Accord used horizontal chrome elements to emphasize width, stability, and that familiar family sedan personality. This concept goes in the opposite direction. The tall vertical grille creates a completely different kind of presence. It's the kind of design language we normally associate with executive luxury cars. Brands like Rolls-Royce, Hongqi, and Genesis have all played with this idea. The old Accord used to look like it was smiling at you. This one looks like it's about to acquire your company. And if Honda actually gets brave enough to put a vertical grille on the next Accord, that could signal a major shift. The Accord wouldn't just be trying to be the best family sedan anymore. It would be chasing executive presence. But the front isn't the only part throwing punches. Walk around to the rear and things get even more dramatic. A continuous light bar that kicks upward, an aggressive diffuser, dual exhaust outlets with gold trim rings. But surprisingly, none of those details is the real attention grabber. Look closer. There's small gold lettering on the trunk that simply says, Accord. And right beside it, the hybrid badge. That detail might actually be the most interesting part of the entire concept. Because hybrid technology used to communicate one thing: I'm saving money on fuel. Here, the message completely changes. Now the hybrid badge becomes a gold status symbol. It's no longer saying, I'm economical. It's saying, I'm premium. Honda rarely goes this flashy with the Accord. And that tiny piece of gold lettering could be the biggest clue about where the design philosophy is heading. The exterior already looks nothing like the traditional Accord. But the interior? It goes even harder. The cabin is covered in massive sections of cognac-brown, diamond-quilted leather, warm amber ambient lighting, and a huge center display. The front seats already look seriously upscale, but the real knockout punch is in the back. The traditional three-seat rear bench is completely gone. Instead, this concept uses two independent captain's chairs, separated by a floating center console. Charging ports, cup holders, individual climate controls. Everything looks designed around the comfort of the passengers. And that kind of four-seat configuration normally belongs to vehicles. Much more expensive than an Accord. Think Maybachs. Think Lexus LM-style executive luxury. What this concept is basically saying is, the old Accord asked, who wants a ride? This one asks, which boss am I picking up? Now, realistically, a production Accord will almost certainly keep a 5-seat layout across most of the lineup. Otherwise, Honda would risk alienating the exact family market that made the Accord famous. But that's not really the point. What these images are suggesting is that future Accords could care much more about rear seat comfort and premium design, instead of treating the front cabin as the only star of the show. And honestly, the most exciting part of this concept isn't even the car itself. It's who Honda might be coming after. If even half of this design language reaches production, the car that should be paying attention may not just be the Toyota Camry, it could be the Lexus ES. People shopping for a Camry might start thinking twice. And people considering a Lexus might suddenly ask, wait, how close can I get to luxury without paying luxury money? Because this Accord is starting to look less like a normal family sedan and more like a budget Bentley with a Honda badge. Will the black and gold paint make production? Probably not in this exact form. Will we get 4 captain's chairs? Probably not. But a more vertical grille, a sportier coupe-like stance, and hybrid power becoming even more central to the Accord's identity, that direction makes a lot more sense. Because the midsize sedan is changing, the era of the quiet, anonymous, reliable family car may be coming to an end, and Honda might be preparing to make the Accord far more expensive looking than its price suggests. So here's the final question. If the 2027 Accord actually looked like this, Would you call it Honda's version of a Bentley? Or is it still just a heavily modified Accord wearing a luxury costume? The comments are about to go to war. Which side are you on? And if you want more future car concepts and wild automotive designs, hit like and subscribe.